not just in the stands, but from the referee as well. I think he just blew the whistle, getting ahead of himself. Thank you, ref. Now we can get away, and we are live in the quarter. Final four in the Hollywood Bets Cosafa Cup 2022. It's the defending champions, the Republic of South Africa, fondly known as Bafana Bafana, taking the goals to the right in their traditional gold and green against Mozambique, taking the goals to the left in their fiery red and black. There's a dread for danger. Alongside me is a man who's dangerously talented, an expert analysis, William Shongwe. I say a very good evening to you. So what a game in prospect. The defending champions, these sides last met in Quebec in July, in July of 2022.
Well, that's the question that remains for the whole nation that have been able to tune in to watch this one. And even if people weren't aware that Bafana, or shall I say the Cosafa tournament cup is happening, but today, I'm telling you, half the country has tuned in to be able to watch this one. Yes, big pressure into Bafana Bafana's players, young, and yet they're being tested. You said it right from the beginning. Man, this is where boys turns to men. It's a great moment. We all went through this moment. That's the pressure that grills you to what you become eventually.
Yesterday, what was our theme? Pressure builds diamonds. You either buckle or you stand up and you puff your chest, then you wrestle with the pressure, and from there comes forth a diamond, fully fledged diamond, high in value, high in experience. Talking about experience, the experience of Senegal was enough to see William Shongwe's beloved Eswatini off. Very good performance from Eswatini against a much fancied opponent, of course. Senegal are the current top side in Africa, the defending AFCON champions. 10-9 on penalties after a 1-1 full-time score. Well, yesterday as well, it did go to penalties with Zambia beating Botswana after a similar scoreline at the end. Are we going to get penalties for a third quarterfinal running, William Shongwe?
I hope not. Listen, this is what you say, but I also second time around now that they've been able to toss us out of the competition just like that in a penalty shootout. I was going to say a word if I wasn't going to.
But I think you can be really proud of what Eswatini put together in the competition this year, especially in the group stages. They were really impressive with 2 wins and just a solitary draw that they got on the final day. In fact, his movement now from Maseko, he should be full of confidence with the work, good work, right work that him and his SuperSport United teammates put together in on the DSTV Tiski Challenge. Radio man Radio Pane would like to introduce himself to the Mozambican players, something along the lines, and then for my next hit, from right to left, easily dealt with from Sian Lamsani. Bit of a tumble, midfield, Sydney Maliba, Munawako, Limpopo, from Maliba village, from Limpopo to Pitori, Badikaganza.
Just about every moment that Bafana has the ball, you can see that they're trying to create width, and the beautiful diagonal balls played to obviously catch on either the fullback that is making overlapping run has been beautiful, and I'm sure this is what Hellman has been working on, because you got the speed, you got the skill from this white player, so use it to your good effect. It's the only moment when a 1-1 gets created is when the attacking white player is up against his right fullback, or a fullback against him.
No, it's with Lancaster Rowan Human, a man who would know these parts extremely well in the books of Maritzburg United, player born out of Bethlehem.
This is one that didn't happen. He was clearly looking for the diagonal ball in Kaba, and didn't come through accordingly.
Big chance, William, here for some of these players. May not come around again to really step up and show their worth, and that they are worth sticking with and investing in. I mean, I look at a guy like Witumelo Radiopane. He's been in the national setup, although at junior level since the age of 15, where he made his debut for the under-17s. Look at Tapelo Maseko, only 18 years of age, already playing for Bafana. That is flag for offside. Culprit Isaac, the 33-year-old. Finally, some forward pressure from Mozambique. Dove. Good play. That's the experience that he carries. He's been in these situations plenty of times. Good interplay from the visitors here. And the cross could not find the intended target of the 33-year-old striker. Of course, a reminder, we are streaming live on Cosafa.tv. You're unable to just sit in front of the TV and take this much anticipated quarter-final in. If you're able to get to a restaurant, to load chain and just stream some action. Looking for action, offensive action as Safama. Human with a clever on top of the shoulder. Closed quickly by Joao. It had to be. They keep coming back to the golden shirts of Bafana. They keep getting repelled for now. Here's Safama, what can he conjure up? He's a tricky player. Safama had one thing in mind. Release a shot, goal bound. Appreciated by the fans. Lana Imlazi.
With all the breaks down the wide position, Bafana are playing with two inverted wingers. Now, that's a decent moment to deliver across, but because his left foot is the weaker one and he can't deliver across. So, but even if he gets it with his left or with his right, then he must curl it into the far post.
I don't understand why he decided to rather go with laces. Led by Helman Kosie Tumkelele, I guess he's at the helm. Kwanelo Kopo is our first assistant, as well as Mohao Ramashija, team media officer, among some of the names who have been tasked to retain the Cosafa Cup.
And for those that maybe will not have a decent memory about Lucky Shiburi, is one goalkeeper who played for Pirates but has a Champions League medal and never played a single game.
Wow, did not know that. Dover on his weaker foot, but it did not show. That did not show such power on his swing, as some will say.
And also, if it's not his stronger foot, but look at the technique that he used. He hit it with the outside of the boot just to get a little bit of the spin.
The first initial skill to set it up. Man. I think that just kissed the upright. A little finger from keeper Fiver, missed by all and sundry in the stadium.
It's just the numbers are not quite speaking the language of an attacking team in the central part of the field. Yes, the wide areas are looking good. You've got the fullbacks, you've got the wide attacking midfielders, but where it matters the most is inside the box. That's got to make sense as well.
Perhaps really signs of a team that is still getting to know each other in game.
Hopefully, he's being kicked to pieces.
Owen Human had to do a bit of mountaineering and jumping there. Otherwise, his left knee would have told him tomorrow exactly what had happened. That's Ernan. He had to make a save in this game. It's a two-man wall. One Mozambican player just slightly to the left. Slight gap in between them.
Sorry, this has a potential to go direct. The distance is good. Somebody's going to be brave.
Decide to just deliver it in. No, it's a direct shy. It's a double bluff. Left it for Siandam Sani of Mamelodi Sundowns, 20-year-old fullback. And the one who's come through the Klorkop production line. There's an injury to the knee, remember. That's an injury to just below the knee for Isaac. Was that Johannes on him?
Can only be.
Keegan Johannes tries to walk a defensive tightrope. He now joins Telinho as the two carded players. He's never going to get the ball from that.
Easily, you can cook it up. Even a small kid can tell that this is not normal.
Oh, that's a clever reverse pass to Ifran. What can he find in terms of a pass? He only finds the left foot of Atenko Simtaba. Well positioned. Here's the radio man looking for his frequency. Yet to find it. Not being allowed to.
The other thing that South Africa has failed to do is we saw those diagonal balls. They were working like a charm in that beginning stages. But now, unfortunately, they're being delivered in a central part. You've got to first shift the game to a little to the side to shift the whole body of players in the middle. But now, when you deliver them in a more central part, it means the defenders are not going to be stretched. You find them in their normal position. But if you shift it to one side, then ping it to the opposite side, then for the attacking white player to pick it up with a bit of freedom.
Saw it evidently so yesterday in the Zambia game against the Zebras of Botswana. They would move Botswana to the left, only to ping it to the right, and they did that for large parts of the game. Yeah. So I was paying attention, William Shaw. Ahmad. A minute of injury time. Last kick, which is a field goal in favor of Mozambique, who are on the attack. It's coming to the game more and more as it's developed. It's on the periphery of it when it started. They're asking me, Tanjan, are we saying, come, let's get back.
Listen, I think we'll have done better as a traffic cop than the coach. He's been directing traffic right from the beginning, like very aggressively so.
Well, we'll have to keep his aggression for the second half and maybe channel his calmness for the halftime team talk. Silai Lolo Rasimocha has found it difficult to get a foothold in midfield, as arguably Rowan Human has been the standout player, the man standing next to him, who's looked to pull the strings to find the man to his right, Keletso Sefama, who at the start of the game looked as if he was going to be a catalyst for opening up this Mozambican side, but it wasn't to be for Helman Mkelele's side. But truth be told, Coach Chikwankinyo's side really showed the experience. They took the hits early on, but stuck together as Edmilson Gabriel Dove has been leading from the back in going forward. Yet to break the duck, though, both sides 0-0 enough time.
Ready for Shampopo and spinning with Hollywood bets? Play Spinner Zonke online now and enter our world of fantasy. Is hot fruit a favorite of yours? Be your own king with Scopa. Or try your luck at the Wealth Inn. With hundreds of exciting games to choose from, there is something for everyone. Get spinning now with Hollywood bets and Spinner Zonke.
Full charges. We have another 45 minutes to avoid the lottery of penalties, as all quarterfinals thus far have gone down to penalties, with Eswatini being beaten yesterday by Zambia. Senegal today winning by 10 penalties to 9. In fact, I should correct myself. Madagascar and Namibia was finished off in full time with a win for the side from Namibia. 2-0 victory. Speaking of 2, that's jersey 2. And the man who'll be looking to just provide more movement going forward.
Duniela, the Chiba United man.
Yep. He looks as if he's one of those subs that just came on here on the right-hand side.
He started.
Duniela, in fact, did start. Correction. Thank you for that, Willie. Zuko Duniela. I had him wearing jersey 18 on my team sheet. It's a bit of the confusion, but nonetheless, did play the opening 45 minutes. Man who turned 23 this month. a cheaper United player. Alongside me is William Shong with expert analysis. Now, William, get your coaching hat on. If you are Coach Francisco Conde, aka Chiquinho, or Coach Midnight Express, Helmem Kelele, what were your wise words?
The final third. I mean, for Fana. You know the excitement of playing at home and the noise around the stadium sometimes can play negative to the players. There are moments where you need to just put a foot down and put eyes on the ball and calm things down and make the right decision. But I think they're just so enthusiastic that they're just bearing forward, even that's not necessarily an opportunity to do so. That for me will be the biggest concern for Helmand, just to help them calm down. This is their game. They have what it takes. Yes, the opponents are the more experienced at this level, but I think you've got the crowd, you're playing at home, you're in a familiar environment, so just come down and knit this ball around, build up. Don't be forced to rush to play forward unnecessarily. So once again, that diagonal ball is not working, and they're not doing enough of the shifting or the approach to play the diagonal ball from a certain angle.
No substitutes to report for either side. Turn from Human. As I mentioned, this the 5th time that these two sides have encountered each other in the Cosafa Cup. Now the Hollywood Bets Cosafa Cup. South Africa have won 3 and only lost once, scoring 8 goals and conceding 2 against their opponents today.
Here's the other factor. Looking at the situation just before South Africa nearly got himself into trouble here.